everybody. Welcome to the 59th episode of the Hot Takes podcast. Not only our 59th episode, but it's also our 13th Spotlight interview. With that being said, we have a very special guest today. She's a model, and her name is Heather Anderson.
Hi.
Thank you for being here, Heather.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. It's a pleasure to have you here.
I'm so excited.
And so how's your day been so far on this nice, cold, windy New Jersey day?
It's been a long morning. It's a long morning. It's good, though. It's been good.
Good.
I usually wake up with a crazy workout routine, and walking 5 miles in this winter weather out here is not,
oh my God.
not fun.
I have a problem walking my dogs in this kind of weather in the morning.
I do it. I push through it.
Good. That's the hustle right there.
That's it.
So you were telling me that you wake up mad early in the morning to do a workout routine, right?
Unfortunately, my sleeping schedule is so messed up. I trying to get a hold of it, but yeah, no, I wake up every morning around it was 3. I think I'm now around 4:30.
Okay.
So it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'll try and stay in bed for another half an hour, but sometimes I'm just get the fuck up out there.
Yeah.
And then I just start working out like crazy.
That's what I need to start doing. New year, new me kind of deal. I need to start working out. I wake up around 8 in the morning kind of deal. And I'm not doing nothing but just drinking my coffee. I might as well just go out and work out or something like that. A coffee drinker, yes.
Drinker.
Major coffee drinker.
He is.
Yeah.
I take caffeine pills. I don't drink the coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so the difference between the pills, you still get that caffeinated energy kind of deal from it?
And
interesting.
Then less calories.
Okay. There you go. Smart way to do it.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We gotta do over here.
So as you know, I have plenty of questions to ask you as
Yes.
far as your modeling career, among other things. Before we get to that, though, I did want to give a quick shout out. It's unfortunate news, but Larry King has passed away at age 87.
God bless.
As an interviewer, and he was one of the greatest interviewers of all time, I naturally just look up to him. So it is a sad day in that case. For the younger generations who don't know who he is, he basically was a CNN host for Larry King Live, and then had another show, Larry King Now, interviewing actors, actresses. And actually, a little spoiler alert, at the end of the main questions, I have 5 fun speed round questions for you.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
I adopted that from him. It was actually his idea. So
Aww.
Thank you for that. Obviously, thoughts and prayers to his family and whatnot.
Yes, absolutely.
And thank you for all that you've done for TV and media and everything like that. But with that out of the way, let's get on to our main questions.
All right, let's do this.
Let's start off with the basic question here. When and why did you decide to start modeling?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've always had an eye for fashion. I've always loved clothes and stuff like that. And a lot of people that follow me don't realize, but I used to be really heavy. I lost 80 pounds naturally.
Oh.
So I always just idolized anybody that was able to wear I just felt I couldn't wear that clothes, I couldn't be who I wanted to be or whatever. But when it really took off was probably when I was 17. I remember sitting in the backseat of my dad's car, and we were driving to Red Lobster because that's his favorite place to go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make Playboy one day. And I know the first 2 models that I followed that inspired me were Chloe Tirade and Demi Rose. So I just really, really wanted to make Playboy. I was I want to be in Playboy. I gotta do this. I don't know when I'm going to. But then when I first, my first shoot that I've ever did was, oh my God, I think I was 20.
Okay.
And it was such an amateur shoot.
Right.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
Well, you got to start somewhere though, right?
So bad when I look at it. But yeah, I just found this random guy online, and I was all right, his pictures look good, but as I grow and modeling and all of that, everybody changes to me. So it's when I look up to somebody, I'm I don't even their work doesn't inspire me anymore. So it's so weird, but and then I will shoot with other people, and I'm I can't believe I thought they were such an amazing photographer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to downplay their work or anything like that,
Of
but
course.
I feel people grow and like change. So it's like my like visions and things for what I want to create is just like uninspiring. So I'm always constantly like unfollowing people and finding other people that are like inspiring me and stuff like that. But yeah, probably like when I was 21, that's when I really started
Okay.
modeling.
Gotcha.
So I paid this one guy, we did a few shoots, and then after that, a few people just started reaching out to me to like do collab work, and
It kind of just went from there,
yeah,
right?
it just went from there.
Awesome.
And like, yeah, it just like picks up more and more. So
Has it picked up more and more, like a lot, as more of your content started getting released and whatnot?
I mean, I don't release a lot of content because I'm so picky. I hate to just like label myself as like a model.
Right.
'Cause I'm more of like a creator.
Okay, I
So
like it.
It's so hard for me to like work with like. It depends on what photography. Like that's why I want to go to Los Angeles so bad because they're more like. There's nothing really here in Jersey.
Yeah.
We do have New York City, but like, I don't live in New York City. For me to go to New York City, it's gonna cost me like $200. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just to go there. Mm-hmm. And then like I'm the one that's pulling all the looks. I do my own makeup. I do my own hair. Like I don't have a team of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I was to go out there, then I would have a team. It'd be cheaper. It'd be easier.
Yeah.
To work with. But yeah, I'm more of like a creator. I love like creative directing. I set like a whole mood, a vibe.
Yeah.
Like that's what I do. So it's hard for me to like work with people because as a photographer, that's their job.
Right,
So I
right.
feel like I'm like stepping on their toes. So I have to like find somebody basically to like work that like wants me to like be on hand. So, like I need that help. I love that vision, and I find a lot of people, but they're always like based in like,
in LA and other places like
LA
that.
or other places. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely important to set the vibe and everything at
Yeah.
any sort of creative space and
Yeah,
whatnot.
definitely.
Definitely high energy. That's so
Yeah.
important. You know,
Yeah.
you always
That's
want to
right.
lift.
Like literally, I call myself like human cocaine. People are like, "Does she do drugs?" And I'm like, if I did drugs, like I would have to go to like the emergency
It
room.
would be
like
another
I
level.
am literally like human cocaine. Like seriously.
But that's a great thing, though, and that's a great trait to
Yeah.
have too. Because
Yeah.
say that photographer doesn't pull that weight, there you
Hard.
go. Yeah.
It's really hard for me when I'm like, oh my god, do they hate me? Like this one photographer I work with, he's amazing. He's like one of like my favorite photographers to work with, Belmoza. He's based in PA, and like he's so sweet and so nice, but he's older and he's just so like
Yeah.
that's all I can say. Like he gives me nothing, so I'm like, he hates me. Like and it's like every time I work, I'm like, does he hate me? Like, does he like not like?
Right.
He doesn't talk. And then there's other people that I can like connect with, and we're just like vibing and like talking away. You know what I mean? So it just depends. Everybody's different, so you just kind of have to like adjust with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like your main photographers that like for most of your shoots, do you primarily use one photographer that you like really vibe with, or is it always different photographers? You know, do you accept any photography offers under the right circumstances necessarily from anyone?
So it depends if like I'm collabing or if it's like a paid shoot. So it's really hard to freelance. So I'm not under any management right now, and I'm not signed with any agency. So that's definitely a goal of mine this year because I say it every single year, and I should be signed with somebody by now. But I guess I don't have that like. Because I don't feel like I am good enough right now, which like I know I am, but
Yeah.
like something's holding me back to like not do it, but like I need to push forward. But I like when I work with my like photographers, like I like really connect with them. So like I'm really big on like social media. Like I'm on there all the time, like connecting with people. Like when I went to Palm Springs, like I met them, but like met Victor Valencia and like Tina, it's me, Tina Lou, and Bianca Richards. She's a model. We literally hit it off. Like I've talked to them. Well, besides Bianca, I met her right when I got there. But
Yeah.
like I talked to them for like years, like on social media. So I feel like. You know, like we were like, oh my god, like we're finally gonna meet each other. Like it's so weird. Like we're already like friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we just like had the best time, and we vibe like so well. And their work is so amazing. Like it's just like to get that like click, like I would work with him like every single day of my life if I could.
Right.
And then I have like my best friend, like Tyler Kenny Photo. He's absolutely amazing, and he is such a sweetheart, and he's like so creative. Like his work is so good, and it kills me because it's like so hard to like get out there. Like if you're not based in certain locations, like it's just like, so I don't like, it's like draining for us. Like I literally was on the phone with him this morning, no joke, like hysterically crying because like I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and like he does the same thing to me. He's like, I can't, and like we go back and forth, and we're like joking. He's like, I swear I was having a mental breakdown yesterday. Now it's you. Like we always are alternating. Like it's like this creative rut, and like everybody goes through it. Like some people are more vocal about it, some people aren't. I'm somebody who's very vocal about my emotions and feelings. I don't see any shame in that. So.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'd rather be true to myself than than lie. That would be like horrible, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, partying like that. So.
Yeah. I think it's very important to have like a friend group or a set crew that you can inspire off each other, give advice to each other, constructive criticism, all stuff of that nature.
Absolutely.
And I could relate with that too. Like I love video making and everything like that, but it's hard in New Jersey.
It is.
I mean, you're like you said before, New York is right there.
But it's expensive for us to go out there.
It's expensive. And
it's like we live right there. So it's like, and it's like, but you live right there. And I'm like, yeah, and it's also that expensive.
So
like,
close,
I might
but
as well
so far.
just like go book a trip, you know what I mean? Like at that point, I'd rather spend a couple extra like $1,000 and go out there.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's like.
And you know, I wish I had like that creative crew, you know what I'm saying? Like that other creators and whatnot to like just bounce ideas off of. Joe, I love you and I love our friend group, but I hope you know what I mean by that.
You can join our friend
All right,
group.
sounds good. Yeah, absolutely.
Come on board.
All right.
I'm digging the vibe already.
Awesome. But yeah, just bouncing any sort of ideas, like stupid TikToks, like other like YouTube video projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like
I need to get on YouTube. Everyone keeps pushing me to like do TikTok, do this, do that. You'd be amazing, and I'm like. Like when I started off, like I did not like inspire to be like TikTok famous. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I mean, like I get it. Like it's fun, but it's just like I don't know. Like these girls really like.
Some of them go kind of crazy on there.
Like I just like that's a lot. Like I'm still trying to get down Instagram. Like,
yeah, right.
And you want me to do a whole other app like, and a whole other this? Like it's a lot. So I give credit to all of them that are like. But also, like, location-wise, like, what am I going to do? In my mother's, like, house? You know what I mean? Like, in my basement? Like, I'm so, like, I need the aesthetic. It's, like, in my mind. Like, if something is, like, not aesthetically pleasing to me, it's, like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just cannot. Like I can't. With my mom's brown couch and, like, the horrible kitchen. Like, it's, like, where am I making this? Like, that's why, like, I created my own studio. Like, that's, like, my happy place. So... getting that together, so it's like it's coming. It's a
work in progress sort of deal.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Expensive things are expensive.
100%. Especially
when like you're freelancing and like you really like don't have, you know, constant income coming in.
Yeah.
Like I don't have another job. I'm like all in it for this. Like this is my dream. This is my goal. This is where I'm gonna be. So I'm going for it.
Good.
That's yeah.
I mean, these microphones and stuff like that, this is all like Christmas money and stuff like that too, you know, like, you know what I mean?
You gotta do what you gotta, yeah.
Right. But here's the thing, like for a very professional level, you know, you want to get like the best equipment and whatnot. So obviously it's going to just be more expensive like that in that nature. Like I was saying, if I ever get like sponsors for this or something like that, and I do get a big following for this, obviously I'm gonna upgrade my equipment. I'm gonna try to make it the best it could be, you know.
Yeah.
And hopefully move out to like LA or something like that, and have a better studio.
You will. We gotta think about that. Manifesting. This is all what I do.
Absolutely.
Ask, believe, and receive. You got it. You gotta have that vision. You gotta keep picturing yourself already there.
Absolutely.
That's what I do.
I mean, I like thinking in my mind. I was like, oh, like. I'm having this set premiered here, like so many people are gonna like love it, you know, so many people are gonna be so psyched, and just having that hyped up feeling, it's like, all right, just manifesting, like, you know, like put that energy out there and you will receive it, yeah.
It might take a while, but you can't let go of that thought. That's the problem, because like I'll see like I'll like do it and then I get it, and then like sometimes you'll let go of the thought, and then it's kind of like you're not going to see your progress.
Yeah.
So you got to just keep pushing through it.
Absolutely.
And it's hard because we're humans and things happen, and, you know, feelings are involved, and, like, feelings are normal.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to make do what but we'll get there.
We will get there.
We'll get there. We're going to be there. We're already there.
Yes.
We're
yes.
already there. We're already there.
It's such a big lesson to learn, though, that it does take time. No one
does.
gets there in one day.
No.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
you know, there are stories that I read of people that have done podcasts or done episodes of whatever they were making, and they could have made over 100 episodes of these things before they
Yeah.
actually got some traction and made it big. So that is a big lesson to learn,
Yeah.
that it just takes time.
It does.
Yeah. And
Consistency.
consistency, always innovate too, do different things and whatnot, see what works, see what doesn't work.
Absolutely.
All stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Trial and error.
Trial and error, exactly. So as far as like COVID-19 involved, like
Yeah.
shit happens, right? Has that affected your shooting process at all? Has things slowed down for you in that case, at least in the beginning of the lockdowns?
In the beginning, so I'm a homebody. I literally do not go out. So to me, like everyone's like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do?" I'm like, I've been prepping for this my whole life.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't leave my house, like literally. So I went through like a really like bad state of depression. So like I literally like sat in my house. Like I lost my best friend, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
a lot of things went down like in my past, and I was trying to rebuild myself. And then I started modeling for a year, and then I got heartbroken over somebody, and he was in the industry, and that like kind of killed me. So I was that like made me more depressed, and I was like, oh, I like can't even do this anymore. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is what I want, kind of thing. And so I had to take time. So like you'll see, like I'll like disappear, and like I can't keep disappearing because of certain things, because I'm not gonna grow. You know what I mean? Like I gotta keep pushing through.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like I said, we're human. Things happen. So, yeah. Where was I?
Well, how you were basically, you take time off and whatnot. Well, especially with COVID-19.
Oh, COVID-19. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. So, yeah. So it didn't really like affect me in any way. The only thing that happened was I took time off and I rebuilt myself back up. I was super excited. I had this like trip planned for Los Angeles. I had like the Airbnb, all of this stuff. Awesome. So excited. Like this was like, all right, my comeback, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this. And I had a trip for my birthday, to Punta Cana, just with my friends or whatever. And COVID hit. And I'm like, oh, I'm going.
You're still going,
I'm
right?
going. Like, I mean, like, they're like, everyone's like, you know, they're like, you're not going to be able to travel. I'm like, no. Like, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like Heather, like, there's no in, like, Heather's vocabulary. Like, I don't, like, they're like, no, I don't know what that means.
Right.
like, unless I'm saying it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so it did not happen. And it was, like, devastating.
Yeah.
So then I rebooked the LA trip, and then I got it ripped out from underneath me because Airbnb kicked me off of Airbnb. So I'm not allowed to book with Airbnb for 10 years.
What?
Yeah. Because when I was younger, I got in trouble, and I had a DUI, which was when I was 21. And then I'm going to be 27 in April.
Mm-hmm.
This was years ago. But the thing is my stupid attorney pushed off the case for so long that now it looks like it happened earlier because that's when it got settled.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is I got a DUI and I hit somebody else. And it wasn't like a pedestrian, like it was literally like she was in her car.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a really bad area. I hate to like say like, you know, but I'm driving a BMW. I'm literally in like the hood.
Yeah, right.
This girl's probably like, oh, she's got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come after her. So she tried to sue me. I got stuck with assault by auto. Because if they say that they're hurt, they're injured, and they go to, like in the state of New Jersey, if they go to the hospital, you can get charged with that. She never showed up to court.
Oh.
She never followed through with anything. she couldn't press charges because she wasn't injured. So I got stuck with that assault by auto. So when people run my record, it just comes up with like assault charge, which is really, really bad. And like it doesn't even show like the whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
The
like
whole
I was in a
story
car accident. It
behind
doesn't
it,
show
like
the
the
whole story
specifications.
and they don't care.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. So like I can't even get like I just recently just tried to like make like extra money like here and there like during the pandemic and everything like that. What is that new thing? Not like Grubhub, but like it's like you go grocery shopping for somebody or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I've
you know
heard of
what I mean?
that.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they denied me because of my background.
No
Same
way.
thing with Airbnb. Ripped me off. I was like, are you kidding me? They're like, yeah, you can't be with us for like 10 years. I'm like, and I was literally crying on something. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I was going to water his plants. Like, I am such a
Yeah.
good person.
Right.
Like, I was devastated. Like, mental breakdown. My mom's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no. Like, this is ridiculous.
It is
because
ridiculous.
It's like, it stops me from like growing. But I don't know. I see it as kind of like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be doing anything else. Like, because everyone's like, just get a job. Like, I can't. Like, I literally can't with this, like, record that's, like, not even, like, a bad record. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, like,
right.
My attorney screwed me right now. So, I mean, I don't have thousands of dollars to go back to court right now.
Right.
Obviously, when I'm, like, struggling just to manage my career now. So, yeah, nothing really, like, affected me during COVID because I'm, like, a homebody. I stay home. I don't really like going out to bars and everything like that. I'm not really a big drinker unless it's, like, socially, like, with my friends. And even if
I'm the same way in
I'm
that
like,
case.
come on over to my house. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'll cook us some dinner. We'll order some pizza, whatever. Like, we'll have some drinks. Like, that's how I am. But
Yeah.
occasionally, like, yeah, I like to go out and, like, dance because I love dancing. But it didn't really bother me.
I could kind of say the same way as far as COVID not affecting me that much. I mean, besides, like, I work in Staten Island at a school, and obviously they closed down. It started being online and everything like that, but I was home for the whole time.
Yeah.
And that just gave me more time to be creative with videos and stuff like that. So I loved it, to be honest with you. I loved it. And then the same case with you. I used to back in college, like, to party a lot, but, like, nowadays, like, almost not at all. Like, over the summer, I was just having people over just for drinks and the same deal, and hanging out by the pool and whatnot and stuff like that. And
I love low-key vibes.
Low-key vibes, but at the same time, like, high low-key vibe with your group that you're with.
Yeah, like,
you know what
have
I mean?
to vibe with people.
And the big thing for me is, like, I have to know the person if I'm going to be, like, chilling with them. Like, I have to be comfortable in that scenario.
Same.
Because I could get that anxiety in a sense if it's just like a crowded bar
I'm
or
an
something
empath,
like that.
so I totally feel that.
Yeah.
I pick up on people's energy, like, immediately. Like, I literally, it's gonna sound crazy, but we're like fucking psychopath. But, like, no, I, like, totally read people, so like, I can tell, like, a lot of the times, like, I know when, like, what people are thinking, or, like, what they're, like, what they're thinking and what they're feeling. So, and, like, if the energy is bad, I can tell. So,
like, bad intentions too and stuff like that.
Like bad intentions.
Yeah.
Like, this ring right here, like, I wear. This is a protection ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very nice.
It's like I'm very spiritual. I'm very, very, very spiritual.
So do you follow, like, the whole chakra healing and Reiki healing? I mean to
So
say.
I want to get more into it, but right now I'm, like, been in such, like, a rut with myself and, like, my body. Mm-hmm. So, like, I definitely suffer with, like, a lot of body image problems.
Do you really? Yeah.
Yeah, that stems from, a lot of people are like, oh, it's because, like, you're in the industry and, like, blah 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 blah, and, like, it's really not so much the industry. It's from, like, my past, from, like, when I grew up. Like I said, I was very overweight.
Okay.
I came from a very dysfunctional family, so I guess that triggers things still. So, like, I suffer from, like, an eating disorder, and it's just, like, so draining on me. So, like, I just, like, I can't be, like, in line with my body. Like, if, like, you try to, like right now, like, I'm very, very spiritual. Like, I can like, sometimes even, like, get like, people that passed away to come through to me. But, like, right now I haven't been because I know I'm so detached from my body.
Yeah.
So it's like an outer body experience almost. Like, if you're not connected with your body, like, nothing is gonna align.
Yes.
So like you could forget about like your chakras. Like mine are all probably like all over the place
Right,
right now.
right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm like working on that right now. So I'm just like, I took this month like to myself.
Good.
So I needed that.
Yeah.
And I'm starting fresh today, actually.
Good.
I'm
glad to hear that.
I started fresh a lot of times. Like starting fresh day 100. But like we're gonna try again. So like that's one thing. I don't give up. I can't give up.
Good.
So,
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say before, because you brought it up before. It's good to take a break though, once in a while,
you
to
need
get
to.
just to get that mental break and everything like that. You don't want to run yourself down.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you might not like the content that you're producing that much. It
Yeah.
might not be as special and special to you and
Yeah.
whatnot. You know what I mean? When you're making it, so
you're not gonna have that energy. You can't like it's like you ran out of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like draining.
yes, very draining.
Mentally draining.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we did go through some of these beginning questions here, but let's talk about like the clothing that you wear during your shoots and whatnot. The clothing that you wear, is this like stuff that the photographers suggest for you to wear, or is this something that you primarily is like, no, this is what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
It's like that. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm starting to I'm like also becoming a stylist now too. So I style for models as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, because like I love fashion and stuff like that. So with me like being like, when I first started out, like my first shooter, remember, like I was like, okay, I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna like have this. I have this entire concept in mind, and like this photographer was like, what the fuck, like,
Yeah.
why is like she freaking out so much? Because like I have this vision in my mind.
Almost like a perfectionist kind of feel to it. Yes.
You know what I mean? And like I'm not the photographer. So if I can't connect with that photographer and they can't share that vision with me, it's like there goes my vision. And it's
Yeah.
like heartbreaking. Like literally like heartbreaking
Right.
to me. So yeah, I always pick out like that's a lot of people reach out to me because they're like, I love your style. And I'm like, okay, so like, do I suck at modeling? Like, it's like everyone's like always like pushing it. Like, I love that they love my style and everything, but yeah, I'll have like outfit. I'm like sketching something right now. I went out and I got fabric and everything like that. So right now I'm like sketching stuff, and I really like my end goal. Like I want to have my own line.
Like clothing line and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Very cool.
very interesting, like pieces though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be like an everyday wear.
Right. Right.
This is like I like love like old fashioned. Like I love like 90s like runway like crazy pieces. You know what I mean? Like I would wear that like all day long, but people like. I live in freaking Howell.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? I walk out like in this, and they're like, "Where is she going?" Like my parents are like, "You're gonna wear that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's on my body, so yep, I'm wearing it."
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
so it's like I get that all the time. Like it's like, and it's like so annoying. But like I know if like I lived somewhere else, it'd be like, "Oh, that's normal." You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
it's like I don't have to like feel like uncomfortable. I'm always constantly feeling like uncomfortable. Like kind of have to like hide myself in a sense, but. Now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right, exactly.
really don't
You're just
care.
expressing yourself.
Exactly.
It might be. I don't know if you feel that way. I don't know if you think it's like a fashion statement as much as all more or less than expressing yourself kind of deal.
I just like love it. I just like love like different things. Like if you like see my room, like people are like, oh my god, like it just like looks like a bunch of like clothing and like weird shit like vomit all over, but in like a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful mess. It's like, it's like chaotic, but yeah, I have like pieces being made. So for me, I have like a designer in like Thailand. I'll reach out to them. They're working on a piece right now for me and Tyler. We're gonna try to do this editorial look.
Oh, nice.
So, but like with that, you need like 6 to 8 looks, which is a lot, especially for me because I don't pull just anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very specific, which is my perfectionist.
Yes.
Comes in and I'm like, nope, it's not gonna work. Nope, I need that. Today I went online and I made a mood board and I'm like supposed to be shooting with this photographer and I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I want now, but I know that it's from like 3 seasons ago. So I'm like, I have like this little hope in me that maybe they still have it on their site,
Yeah.
and they do, and they only have a size like medium, large, and extra large, and I'm like, the small wouldn't even fit me. So the medium's definitely not going to fit me. And I'm like having a mental breakdown in my car. And I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? So now I have to like figure this whole thing out. Like, I'm like, once I have myself like set on something, I'm like, I need that
Yeah.
or better.
Right.
So that's just how I am. But like, yeah, I love fashion. So yeah, I pick out everything. I usually come up with basically all of the concepts myself
Nice.
because people usually reach out to me because that's what they love about me the most.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's very interesting. I didn't know that you like
Yeah.
are trying to make your own clothing and whatnot, and have made your
Yeah.
own clothing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. My end goal will be like to do that. It's just so expensive, and I have to find somebody that I sketched her like the headpiece that I'm having made, and then I went to this fabric store that I like that's local to me or whatever, and I found this and I was like, oh my god, I love this, and then somebody came up to me that was in there, and she was like, oh, like, what are you making? And I was like, oh, like this headpiece or whatever. And I was like, she's like, oh, you sew? And I'm like, no, I wish. Like, if I knew how to sew, it'd be amazing. But like, that's a whole nother thing. Like,
Yeah.
how many things can I do? You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing to have multiple talents.
Of course.
But like, I'm trying to finish one thing at a time, and like
Yeah.
people keep pushing things like, oh my god, you're gonna be an amazing photographer, and I'm like, please, I know I will be, but I need to like, I have my goals for modeling first. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're like, you need to style, and I'm like, okay, but like, can I like style myself first and like get my modeling thing? So yeah, I went there. She's making the headpiece for me, and it's like gonna cost like $120 just for like this little headpiece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's expensive, you know? And then, like, I had to buy the fabric, which is $85 a yard. And then if I want, like, the top and the bottom made,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? And, like, add that up. And then
Yeah, right.
It's not like you can really wear it. You wear it for a shoot, and then but, like, I collect these things. Like, this is my, like, passion. So it's, like, hopefully, you know, it will lead me into a place where I could, like, sell them, you know?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Stuff like that.
So it's good that you keep all of the stuff that you make and that you
Yeah.
use for shoots and whatnot.
Yeah, I keep a lot of like the stuff that I like love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do get rid of some that you weren't happy with?
Some like I'll like find pieces like off of like Amazon or like other websites, and then
Yeah.
don't tell anybody, but I return it.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's so it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like who has like all that money? Like, because like people in Los Angeles, I mean, or even like Miami, like that's why I don't really like to travel in Miami. It's like, all right, throw in a bikini, take a picture. You know what I mean? Like that's not the kind of model. That's why I say creator now, like that I am. Like
Yeah.
I sometimes I wish I didn't really have all of that creativity to me, because it would be so much easier
Sure.
to model. Because
Sure.
then it would be like, oh my god, yeah, like take my picture. That's cool. Like I love what you like do your thing, you know? But I'm like, no, we have to do our thing
Yeah.
together. So it's like a little hard, but
Would you say that's like too simple?
yeah.
Like just being in a bikini on the beach sort of deal? Like you think that's too
Depends.
simple sort of deal?
It needs to be like, is the lighting right? What are we gonna do with it? Like what's like, you know what I mean? Like what kind of bikini is it? Like what's the creative aspect of it?
Yes.
I'm so sick of tired of seeing ass and tits on Instagram.
Do you think that's what Instagram models basically just are? Do you think that's why they
there's-
have such big followings
There's
like that?
such a fine line with modeling now, and Instagram, I believe, ruined modeling.
Mm.
Huge. I don't even think models know what models are anymore. I don't even think, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know what an influencer is anymore. Now we have sex workers, but then they're influencers, but then they're models. Like, what, you can't be all of these things.
Right, right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can, but realistically, no.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's, like, high-end fashion models, you know? That, like, for instance, like, my best friend Tyler, like, he works with straight agency models. Like, that's it. He pulls agency models, and those girls are, like, in New York City, signed with agencies. Now they're models, you know? Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna get paid gigs. Like, you're not on Instagram.
Yeah, right.
It's out. Here's my ass. You know what I mean? And like I'm all for like obviously like I shoot nude, you know, I do like take provocative like pictures and stuff like that, but like it's I don't know, like there's just like a fine line because I was just like looking at somebody's page today on my way here and I'm like, oh god, they're shooting with that person and it's just like OnlyFans crazy, which like they're making a shit ton of money.
They are.
So
yeah.
like I'm all for you, but like that's where it gets tricky for me because it's like, okay, so I'm gonna like I have like I know like I'm just like so creative. I know I have this ability in me and like I am like being like torn like and being pulled in all of these different directions because where do we go from here now?
Yeah.
And it's so hard. That's why I'm kind of happy with like the guidelines with like Instagram that they put in.
Mm-hmm.
For a fact, with like everyone was like livid. Well, who's livid about it? Take a guess.
Yeah, right.
The girls that are on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't promote my tits and ass. I can't promote my tits and ass. I can't sell my ass and tits.
Yeah.
This is not what Instagram is for. Instagram is not for sex working. Go on Pornhub. Go on somewhere else. Promote it somewhere else. Stop doing it on Instagram. It's not what it's for. You ruin the creators. Now we don't even get to see half of our feed. Nobody gets to see our work anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like so messed up. It's so messed up. And then like you have like somebody that I look up to, I'm not gonna like say his name, but like he's a huge director. Like I've been talking to him for years. Like I want to work with him so bad. And like we've talked and like I will get the chance to work with him and I will work with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like the conversation that like my really good friend sent me that she had with him and like he was just basically like, yeah, I'm pulling in like these models and like so and so's like pulling in these models and then like why aren't you working with us? And she's like, oh, like nobody invited me or whatever. And he was like, all right, well I have these ones, like you can like basically pull in whatever. And he was like, they're basically the porn stars, like laughing face. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what they think of you. Porn stars. Like, I don't want to be known as that. Like, I never woke up one day and said, like, I'm gonna, you know, be a porn star. Like, I did want to do Playboy, but that's, like, a tasteful,
Yeah.
beautiful thing that, like, oh my God, like, that's, like,
I wouldn't even compare it to like something like that.
it's not even close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have, like, now you have, like, Playboy Plus, which is, like, I like hate saying this out loud because I feel like I'm like being rude to like people, but I just like I was asked like, do you want to do Playboy Plus? I could get you into it, and I'm like, I want to I want to get in Playboy, you know, like I don't know if you know what Playboy Plus is, but it's basically just like
I'm assuming it's just more
it's like video work, and it's like they're not really selective with like the models.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's kind of like really easy to get into because it's like, oh, let me take your clothes off, and like, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna take some pictures, but like you're gonna be like ass naked, like, and it's video. So to me, like when it becomes like a video, it's like more like pornographic to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I would have to agree with that.
If you're naked on a video and it's not like implied, where like implied is like you're covered with like either fabric or like your body or like a beautiful way of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I love. Like that's my favorite way to shoot. But yeah, no, I'm not like gonna be like on video. Like
yeah.
at that point, like I'll just go do porn and make like $75K.
Right.
I don't know. Like, so it's just really tricky nowadays with like, the whole thing. So I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell to do.
A couple of points that you brought up. I think modeling now is so diversified now. And I think it's almost like music now where there's so many categories of it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I think people consider modeling like Instagram model. Okay, you're a model. Only like, would you consider OnlyFans? Are you a model if you do OnlyFans?
So there are, but then they're like influencers. So now I keep seeing more and more and more. But see, it's a third party that's running it. So I get asked to do OnlyFans all the time. I have recruiters constantly. OnlyFans.
Oh, so there's
OnlyFans.
recruiters for.
Oh my God, yeah.
I thought people just was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
They are, but there's also recruiters that are like, we want.
Oh, really?
Them because they know that.
Of course, it's gonna
bring in a lot of money.
Yeah,
to them.
right.
They're taking a percentage. So if you think and you say, oh, why do you do Snapchat? If you think I'm going to give anybody a penny of mine,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got another thing coming.
So Snapchat doesn't take any.
No.
Oh,
And
that's good then.
The thing is like, I'm not going to speak too much about what Snapchat,
Yeah.
but sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sip, guys. So like, it's called Another Party Agency. So like, Stephanie Knight.
Stephanie Knight?
Yeah, she's like a fitness model. She's really big on Instagram.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with her,
she's
but
a really pretty girl. She's got a fucking banging body.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm seeing them like now, and then I follow like KJ. She's got a banging body. She's a beautiful girl, amazing work. You know, shot for guests. You know what I mean? Like, she also is an influencer because I mean, well, yeah, now you have a huge following, so people are gonna reach out to you like, oh my god, sell my product. Are you gonna say no? No, making more money, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you're modeling, now you're an influencer, now you're, you know, so now they want to do OnlyFans. So now she has an OnlyFans account. Do I think that she's getting ass naked, shoving dildos up her coochie? No, they're not.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like totally different, but they're being ran by a third party for OnlyFans, which is called Unruly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not really sure what Unruly exactly is, but I know that they run their OnlyFans accounts. So you're not really talking to these girls. Like,
Yeah,
these
right.
guys, like, some of the girls are.
Sure.
But like these like higher models that I would say, like higher influence models, you're not really probably talking to them. Somebody else is literally monitoring their account and making the money for them, and then they get a percentage of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know it was like that at all.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much into it. So that's why I don't even want to do it right now, because one, I don't have that high of a following because I have this fake Instagram, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't want that. I hate the stigma. OnlyFans was made for sex working.
Yeah.
That's what OnlyFans is.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's, yeah, like, come see me do whatever I'm doing, you know? And, like, to each his own. Like, if you want to make your money, go for it. You know what I mean?
It's
But,
still
like,
a hustle in a sense.
Absolutely. But, yeah, so it's, like, just so hard to, like, figure out what to do. Like, someone asked me, like, why don't you just, like, do the OnlyFans at this point? And it's like, because I can make way more money on
Would you say Snapchat?
Snapchat, yeah.
Now, I think the only problem I'd see with Snapchat is your Snapchat like one of those ones that's like a public Snapchat
It
with
is
your
public.
stories? Okay, so that definitely helps then too, right?
It's public, but, like, I have, like, my friends on there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, as you can tell, like, my Snapchat is, like, basically, like, if you want to come see me have, like, a mental breakdown or just, like, literally, like, be totally myself and,
Yeah.
like, I'm, like, literally, like, in bed, like, look like a bomb, like, 24/7, like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's me on Snapchat. And then, like, obviously, for Instagram, I'm, like, a little bit more,
Of course.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I will have to say, I do find it very entertaining, you on
Thanks.
Snapchat.
I know a lot of people say that.
Yeah, I find it very
Awesome.
entertaining. And, you know, just the stuff that you preach about and the stuff that you talk about and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
it's just very entertaining. And it's that's why I wanted to get you on a podcast. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
she doesn't like OnlyFans. And it's funny because a little while ago, I had an OnlyFans girl on here and we talked about her process and doing all that and everything like that. I'm like, wow, getting a different perspective
Yeah.
on it of someone that isn't that big of a fan of OnlyFans,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
would
not
join.
that I'm not, like, you know what I mean, like, don't do it. Like, I don't, like, like I said, like, to each his own, like, do what you gotta do. Like, you, like, make a shit ton of money on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to me, it's just something just keeps telling me not to do it.
Well,
So,
go with your gut.
Yeah.
Definitely go
and
with your
that's what
gut.
I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna open up my own website
Okay.
eventually. And it's gonna cost me a pretty little friggin' penny.
Sure.
But I will eventually have my own.
And
site
what
everything
will
like
the website consist of necessarily?
that. You'll be able to purchase content on there as
Okay.
well.
All right. Gotcha.
You'll be able to purchase content. I have like so many different ideas because I do so many different things, you know, and like I have girls that are even like, oh my god, like open like your website, like I want to subscribe to it, you know, because like they want to know like where to get your clothes, like can I buy your clothes? So I'll sell my like clothes on there.
Yes, yeah.
I can sell like different things on there. Like I love cooking. People are always like, give me your recipes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. People love my music. Like even Demi Rose, like she has her own website. She like you can unlock her playlist. You know what I mean? Like you can sell like your backgrounds for like for your phones, like tons of different things. There's so many options that you can do to sell things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just have to have the content and like the following that are going to want to buy it. So I'm just trying to build that following up first, and then while I'm doing that, I'm just going to save for my website and then I'll build it.
I think that's very smart because everything that literally that you were just talking about, all the different things that you do,
Yeah.
if you put it all on one site,
Yeah.
you're basically a social media influencer with like, oh, let me know what music you're listening to. Let me see those
Yeah.
recipes and whatnot.
People
You know what
like
I mean?
are like, let me get like I made a playlist once or whatever, and they were like, I had like 5 people reach out to me like, can you send me that playlist?
Yeah.
And I just like sent it to them like for free. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know. I was like having like I was going through a rough time, and like sometimes you just need to have like that music that like reminds you that you're a bad bitch. Like look
Yeah.
in the mirror, like you're a bad bitch. Like we're gonna get through this. You know what I mean? And then
Yes.
like I have like my workout playlist, and then I have like my sad playlist. Like,
Yeah, right.
If you want to
All the different moods.
are you going through a breakup? Like I got you.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But yeah, no, I have like a lot of ideas. I'm just like, my mind doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So there's like no off for me. Like the moment I wake up, like I've already thought of like 5 concepts this morning, and I'm like, like texting Tyler. I'm like, yep, okay. So I have like this, and this. I'm like sending him pictures, this and this. Then I'm having a mental breakdown, and I'm like, can you talk? And he's like, yeah, are you okay? And he's like, I want to shoot. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Call me later. Like, so yeah, I have a lot that I want to do, and I'll get there. Definitely will get there.
At least you put them in writing in some sort of form, in either a
Yeah.
text to someone or writing down on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Never lose those ideas.
Yeah, never. No,
Yeah.
I have them all.
Good. I'm glad about
I
that.
got it.
The other
So are you
thing.
going to subscribe?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Of
great.
course.
That's my question to you.
The other thing I was gonna ask with like all the OnlyFans thing, photographers are shooting for OnlyFans models
yeah.
and whatnot
Money.
for that money,
Oh my
not
God,
necessarily,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And are these photographers coming from that third party company that you were talking about, or?
I'm not sure how that really works, like I said. But no, I just see a lot of photographers. So it's like we go back to, it's so hard to distinguish, like, are you an influencer? Are you a model?
Yeah.
Like, I personally don't think that, I mean, like, it's so hard because the line is just, the lines are so
thin,
hard.
right?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's such a thin line. Like, well, they are technically modeling because they are getting their picture taken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By a photographer.
But is that giving it a bad name, though? Would you say would taking pictures for OnlyFans, is it giving modeling a bad name in your opinion?
I don't think that I just feel like now you're just selling sex.
Sure, yeah.
Which obviously sex sells.
Yeah.
So this is why photographers are like, absolutely. Like I know a lot of people that, like even my one friend in like LA or whatever, he shoots tons of escorts. That's how he makes his money.
Oh, okay.
He shoots tons of escorts. He shoots tons of people for OnlyFans, and they pay him. That's how he makes like a constant income, because these girls are making a lot of money showing their ass and tits and doing whatever else they're doing. You're like, obviously you want money, right? So that's what you're shooting. Do you ideally really want to be shooting that though?
Yeah, right.
And then I'll see like some photographers doing like, I love shooting that because it's empowering for women. But like, is that really empowering for women? I don't know. It's like,
I guess in the sense is like, oh, I could do whatever I want.
I get that. And they should express themselves however they want.
Sure, yeah.
You know? But it's just like, is that really what you wanted to do in the beginning?
Right. Is this just the easy way out kind of deal?
Because I could have easily done that. Like, I could have easily done that. You know what I mean? Many times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but that's not what I want. And I know it's not going to get me where I want. I know I'm going to go down a hill and you can kiss goodbye.
Yeah. Because
no one's going to look at you after
you're being
that.
portrayed as that certain person in
unless
that case.
you already have that platform.
Yes.
Unless you already made guests. Unless you already made Playboy. Unless you already made that, you can forget about it because they're only going to look at you as a piece of ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you're in string like bikinis. You're wearing like no clothes, and like, yeah, there's like a cool concept behind it, but like I'm more like artistically like,
Yes.
and you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there is a concept behind it, and I appreciate all of that, but like, no.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
No.
I understand
yeah,
that.
I just like I can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would shoot with some of the photographers, but I know for a fact that I would be like, I'm not wearing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you had that happen to you before with photographers wanting you to wear something necessarily that you just didn't agree
I'm
with?
really, really selective now with who I shoot with.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of photographers out in Jersey. So, and like I keep getting pushed by like the guy that I'm talking to now, like, why are you reaching out to people around here? Like, blah, 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 you should be shooting as much as possible. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, there's like nobody around here. Like,
Yeah, right. It's hard.
I already like shot with everybody that's like the best around in Jersey. So it's like hard for me to like find that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I pull a lot of slack, and like people don't understand like how much I pour my heart into it. You know what I mean? Like I spend like one of my outfits could cost easily like $1,200, maybe even more.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling the look for you. Half the time I find the location.
Mm-hmm.
You have no hair for me. Okay, so I'm doing my own hair. You have no makeup artist for me. Okay, so I'm doing my makeup. Yeah, okay, so you're taking the picture, but I just came up with the concept. I just came up with an entire outfit. Now I'm driving to you. Now I'm doing
That's like
this.
doing half their job,
Like, I'm
basically.
doing everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm doing everything. So if I'm not going to get that image, it's not worth it for me.
Sure. Yeah.
You know?
It makes sense.
But like, so that's where like it sucks because I don't get to create.
Yes.
Because like that's what I said. Like I wish sometimes I didn't have that, because then I'd just be like, yeah, let's shoot. You know what I mean? And then I'd be creating more. But I don't know. It's like really hard.
Yeah. Where else have you shot at before? Like I saw on your Instagram, I saw you were doing shoots at Nevada, right?
Oh,
Las Vegas.
no. So that's why I love him. That D guy, that's his spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's in New Jersey.
No way.
Yeah, he refuses to give it up. And I'm not telling you guys where it is. I won't tell them.
Secret spot.
Yes, it's a secret location. It's so funny because like he shot there like a few like a month or two ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And like every time he shoots there, like so many like models and stuff, he was like sending me like all the screenshots to it. They're like, oh my god, like where are you? And he's like, he'll like tell me, he's like, oh my god, I'm like in Egypt, and they'll be like, wow, that's so amazing, like have so much fun, and I'm like, we're like dying. Because,
Yeah.
he's like such like a goofball, but like I freaking love him. But like yeah, they really like believe it. Like they really think that like.
That's like an inside joke. I mean, you fooled me.
Yeah,
Like that.
It's like because it's like I thought it looked like the freaking Grand Canyon when I
Are
was
you kidding
there.
me? Yeah.
Yeah,
it
when I
does.
was there, like, and it's like so amazing. Like the spot is like so cool. That was like one of my favorite shoots to this day. Like I had such a good time, and we became best friends. And like he's like, oh, I love him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you traveled anywhere else though to do shoots or just to even experience in the U.S.?
Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And then California. I've been there 3 times. I'm going to go back again this year.
Nice.
Palm Springs, that's in California. And then I've been invited to go to Vegas a few times. I'll definitely go out there. And then there's a photographer in Arizona, but it's just one. So like that's where it gets like tricky. It's like, yeah, he's a really great photographer. I'll get really great images, but now I have to fly out all the way to Arizona. You know what I mean? Luggage, plane flight.
And then the whole process that you were talking about before with hair and all that stuff.
He's not supplying me hair. He's not supplying me makeup, and he's not supplying a wardrobe. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It gets hard.
What about out of country? Anywhere that you would want to experience or shoot at?
I was supposed to go to, actually before COVID, I forgot about this. My friend Perry Winkle, which I've not met yet, but we've like talked. We're friends.
Yeah.
Because like we talk all the time. Like I'm so like, I network so much.
Yeah.
On like social media. So he lives in Australia.
Okay.
So
I've always wanted to go there.
I know. It's beautiful. So
Yeah.
I'm dying to go there. So he lives in Australia, and he only lives 2 hours away from Bali.
Oh, okay.
So he does Bali trips. So he's doing that right now, but I'm pretty sure the border is still closed for that.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, I believe so. Unless you have a visa.
Right.
I think so. I believe it is. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go out there with him and plan that
Nice.
as soon as.
Things clear up in a sense.
Yeah, it just sucks because like you go and you travel these beautiful places and then like everyone just has to wear masks.
I
Everything's
know.
closed. You can't even like enjoy like really like you know what I mean like what you want to do. So it's like got to be so careful.
Yeah. It's like extra steps into
Yeah,
trying to
even,
enjoy
like,
yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, gosh, so.
Well,
yeah,
Australia
definitely.
sounds freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
and Bali. So yeah.
And Bali,
Then
yeah.
I have another person out in Bali, and he's like, "Come out there." He's an amazing photographer that I've been like networking with for a while now. Yeah, he lives in Bali. He just sold all of his stuff and just moved to Bali and like lives his life out there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Very cool.
He's done some like really crazy stuff. Like I think he produced a lot of for like Land Rover, like he did the commercial.
Oh,
and
yeah?
stuff like that. Yeah, like really big things.
Oh,
and stuff
nice.
Like that. Yeah, so
He's doing good for himself.
he definitely does.
More than good for himself.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's great that you network with a lot of these people, though.
Yeah, I love it.
And that's why you were saying you're so big with social media. This is where you're talking to most of them from and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
I love making the connections with people. I love meeting new people. I love like hearing their stories.
Yeah.
I just like I love like connecting with new people and meeting them. It's just so much fun. It's like also like a part of like creating. It's like
Really, it's a part of just normal everyday life. Like this
Yeah.
is what people should be doing. Like
Yeah.
being more open to meeting people and whatnot, because you
Absolutely.
never know, who you're gonna meet, who they might end up becoming to you. You know what I mean? And like what they can offer, what you can offer to them.
absolutely
And yeah,
sharing
with
experiences with
sharing
people.
experiences, making the
Yeah,
memories and everything like that.
Yes, and memories are so important. 'Cause
Memories
that's all we're gonna have left.
Exactly.
And that's why I love photography. That's why I love that. It's like you can capture a moment and you can be like, oh my God, when I was here, this happened and that happened. And remember
Yes.
this. And like, I remember everything. I remember like conversations. I'm such like an intimate person where I'm like, I laugh like to this day. Like Palm Springs is like my favorite trip ever. Like I just die of laughter. Like when I'm sad, I just think of Palm Springs and I just instantly start laughing.
Good,
And I'm
good.
like, I love them. Like I love them. Like Tina, I love you. Bianca, I love you. Luke, I love you. Like you guys are amazing. They really are. So making memories is just everything because
Yeah.
that's all we're gonna have at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And then what? You'll if you don't have those memories, you're gonna be miserable for the most
Yeah.
part. You know?
No, and that's why I just cannot do this whole like 9 to 5 like.
Believe me, I do it, right? 9 to 5
commend
work.
you.
It's draining to say
But
the
you
least.
need to do it. Like you do. Like the kid I talk to right now, like he does too, and like I feel bad because he's so good and he's a photographer and like he needs to like put himself out there more and like but like you gotta do it, you know what I mean? And like I feel like as a man in society it's like so much harder too because like I feel like I mean it's getting less of that now, like women are more independent, but like I know like my family, they're so old school, like instantly if I tell my dad I'm dating somebody, what does he do,
Right.
how
right.
much money does he make, where does he work?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Like, I don't think that way. That's just not my mentality. I don't care. I don't care what they look like. I literally don't care how much money you make. I care about how you make me feel,
Yeah.
period. And, like, what energy we're experiencing together.
Energy, their soul,
And
all
vibe,
that.
all
yeah.
that. Yeah. Like, instant connection. Like,
Yes.
it's just, like, people are like, that, like, you pick that person. I'm like, I don't pick them. Like, my body is just like, that. I want that fish.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want any other fish.
Right.
That fish is mine. That's just how I am. I mean, like everyone's like, well, you don't think he's hot? And I mean, like, yeah, he's good looking, but like, I don't know, like, I care. Like, I'm stuck on that one. Like, that's,
Right.
Like, that's I have like eyes for only one person, and that's it.
If you could talk to them for hours on end, I think that's a big important thing.
Yeah.
And you could never, maybe feel a little uncomfortable at times, but you should always be able to feel comfortable with that person too and whatnot.
You should feel like a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yes.
should laugh. Like, they should make you feel like a little kid. You know what I mean? And like laugh together and like just like share experiences and like cry. Like, so they should just be there for you. Like, no matter what. Like, that's just how I feel about it. So I'm in no rush, but.
I'm in no rush either. I mean, people my age are getting married and everything right now.
I know.
What am I doing?
Dude,
yeah,
literally, my phone conversation this morning with Tyler, I'm like, everyone's having children. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, you're gonna be okay. We have this talk often. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. We're okay. We're
absolutely.
gonna be fine. Like, I'm in no rush. Like, I want to like travel. Like, I love kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have a baby so bad. Like, and like. They're a freaking amount of work. Like, you're surrendering your life to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is, like, that's it. Like,
it's really not your life anymore. It's all about them.
It's them.
Yeah.
And I want to give that to them because I know, like, I came from a really, like, not so great childhood. And, like, my parents didn't have their shit together. So it's, like, they didn't have the ability to give the attention to me and my sister. You know, like, I was raised by a babysitter. You know, like, I waited for mommy to come home every single day just so that I could watch her cook dinner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just so that I'd go to sleep at night. Like, that was it. Like, I'd watch her get ready in the morning. She'd go to work. Had a babysitter. She'd come home, tired. Maybe cook dinner. Didn't really even like cooking dinner. A lot of fighting. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want that for my kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want a different, like, life, a different family. Like, I want to be financially stable. I want to make sure that I can give my kids like all the attention and love that they need. You know what I mean? And like support and like help them through whatever, you know? Like, so I need to be like good with myself first, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like some people are just like, yeah, I'm having a kid. And I'm like, okay, like, cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know what a kid is? Like, you don't get to give it back.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I need to make sure like everything's good. I need to make sure like there's a ring on my finger. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
want to do it the right way, you know? Like, not that there is like an exact right way to do it, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel
Well,
like
your right way.
my right way.
Yeah, and stable way too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely. I want to have a good foundation for my children.
Yeah, of course, and it all starts with yourself too.
Yeah, absolutely. If
Yeah.
you're not okay, your children aren't going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I was like telling my friend that too because she was like going through a divorce or whatever, and she was like so upset. And I was like, listen, I'm like, do it now because the longer you wait, it's going to be horrible.
Harder,
for your kids.
horrible and harder. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like once you're miserable, and she's like, I know, but like my kids and like it's their father, and I'm like, if you're not happy, your children are not going to be happy.
This is true.
You have to be happy. I always tell people this, like I wish my mom left my father like way long like before she did, but she didn't. You know what I mean? And like, what am I gonna do? It wasn't
Right.
my relationship. But I'm just saying, like, I think that it would have been a big difference. So that's why, you know, I learned from the experiences that we were given.
Everything's a lesson in disguise.
Everything's a lesson.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's my outlook on that.
Good. Let's talk about fake profiles,
Oh, Jesus.
fake accounts.
I can't. I cannot.
I know
You're
that.
a psychopath. We're finding you right now.
Oh yeah, right. By the way, they're here right now. No, imagine.
I would love you for that. I would take out my savings and give it to you if that was the case.
Imagine I get the catfish guys out here or something. I was like, we tracked down this guy.
I reached out to them. They reached out to me.
Really?
Yeah. We're on to you.
Oh, all right.
When I knock on your freaking door and sue you.
I hope you catch
literally.
these motherfuckers. Is there more than one? First of all.
No, so it's one person.
Okay.
And they repetitively come back. They've been doing it for 11 years. 11 years.
Like, get a life or something.
I know they're mental. Like, it's so. People are like, I can't believe you feel bad for them. But, like, see, like, this is me because I have a good heart. I know this person is literally mentally ill.
Yeah.
There's something. And I know it's not like a hateful revenge kind of thing. Because it's like, people will be like, it's somebody that doesn't like you. No. This person's obsessed with me. Obsessed. You have to literally be mentally ill in the mind to wake up. Could you imagine waking up every single morning? And I mean like every single morning, going on Instagram, within seconds of me posting something, it's grabbed off of my account.
Right.
What may be my Snapchat, may it be my Instagram, and it's on their feed already. And they get like triple the amount of likes. They have way more followers than
That's
me.
what I was just thinking. I was
It's
like, you're not that you're
disgusting.
losing followers, but you're losing a gain of followers.
Yes. And
yeah.
also, like, they have, like, really big people that follow them.
Hmm.
Like, recently I had a really good photographer reach out to me. She's amazing. I'm going to be working with her. I'm really excited about that. She was following my catfish. I had I'm working with, what is it called? Nightfall Group? The Nightfall Group, I believe. I might say that wrong. But they're based in Los Angeles. They were following my catfish. They want to fly me out there. They can give me locations. I can give them content. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You're stopping me from growing. You're never going to meet this person. Like, you're fake. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You're never, like, it's ridiculous. Like, what, like, so, and then they're getting money from people now. Like, send me the money.
Yeah.
I'm the real one. I need money. You could send me money.
Right,
Like,
right.
like it's insane. So like they're like picking up on like what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
They are literally like learning from me. Like it's actually getting like, it's just so scary. I've been to the police. They won't do anything about it. They say, oh, there's no harm. No harm. This person wakes up for 11 years
Yeah.
and like wants to wear my skin.
Right.
Like they're obsessed with me. And they just take everything. And I had it was a different handle. It was by, oh my God, it's Heather Nicole. And that was the first time. And I was like, oh my God. So that was like that. And it didn't go away. And then after like submitting to Instagram like 3 times, I think, they removed the profile and
Okay.
blocked the handle. They came back instantly. New handle. Whoa, it's Heather Nicole.
And this is the one that is at. This is the one
This
that's
is the
currently
active.
there.
Yeah, whoa, it's Heather Nicole. Not me.
Could I look up what comes up first
Yeah.
on Instagram?
I'm pretty
curious.
sure I do.
Okay.
Well, if you follow me, I'm probably gonna come up first.
Okay. Yeah, you do come up first. All right. Yeah. I want to check.
I mean,
like,
I'm blocked, and even if like I find like if I'll make fake pages.
Yeah.
Not like a fake, like I'll like just make a fake account. There's no pictures or anything on it, just so that I could literally go and contact as many people as possible, just to let them know.
Yeah.
These people are still like, I don't believe you. And I'm like, okay, I'm not fighting with people about like if this is me or not.
Yeah,
like,
right.
This is ridiculous. Like you can imagine how exhausting it is. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, it's me. And then
I'm
I'll
sure
be like,
that's
I'll send
terribly
like some
exhausting.
videos. I'll be like, hi, this is me.
Yeah.
Like that is not me. You're following fake page. I don't believe you. They have way too more followers than you. I'm like, okay, because like followers matter. Like
Right.
it's
Right.
so ridiculous. So it's so draining. And like I'm gonna try like submitting again. They're probably gonna lose like their mind. I could only imagine like what they're gonna go through once the page gets deleted.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get deleted.
I mean, do you think it's just being overly obsessive of you, or do you think it's also like a clout thing, like a clout chaser sort of deal? Are they trying to talk to other people?
Yes. I thought it was a guy for the longest time. Like maybe like a gay guy wanting to be,
Mm-hmm.
a girl. They reach out to a lot of hot guys. It's all if you look at their following, it's all guys. They
Okay.
follow all guys. They talk to guys all day long. So in the beginning, they weren't making money. You know what I'm saying? They just solely were having conversations. So my friend Tyler, for instance, he works with this model that we know. Our friend Kareem.
Yeah.
He's a model. He's in Los Angeles, but he's from New Jersey. They're in the car one day. This was like a year and a half ago. In the car one day. And he's like, yeah, I'm like talking to this like really hot girl or whatever, like, or whatever he said or something like that. And like he showed him the page and just like, that's my best friend, Heather. And he was like, that's her catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for months. Like she or he like texts like multiple men. Again, my friend Seabass hits me up 2 weeks ago. Still trying to get this guy's name. because I shouldn't probably say this out loud, because if I do, it might ruin my process. Right?
Okay, yeah.
But at this point, I already tried reaching out to try to get their person's name, and stupid freaking Brandon, F you. I'm not even going to say your last name. You're lucky, but whatever. Wants to be a little piece of shit. Won't give me their phone number. So my friend Seabass reaches out to me, and he's like, oh my god. So, like, he made this, like, fake TikTok. He didn't post it or whatever. And it was basically like, yo, so my friend hits me up or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So he's, like, being, like, both of them. He's like, yeah, so, like, I'm really digging this girl. Like, you definitely know her. And he's like, okay, like, he doesn't give a shit. And he's like, cool, bro. Like, because he's, like, not friends with that guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, like, but, like, she only hits me up for, like, money, which also sounds like me. If you follow me on Snapchat, like, I don't care. Like, oh, I'm here for money. But, anyway, I was like, so I'm laughing because I'm like, oh, this sounds like me, like, kind of thing. So he's like, yeah, like, but I'm really digging her, and, like, she definitely lives by you. Like, you know her. And he's like, oh, okay, like, who's the girl? And he's like, well, I'm, like, really vibing with her and stuff, but, like, she's really cool, but, like, she only hits me up for money. And he was like, well, probably because, like, your personality sucks. So, like, or whatever. So, like, I'm like, I like, just, like, wrote back to him. I'm like, LOL. I was like, is that about me? And, like, I was kidding. Like, I was just, like, kidding around, because that's something, like, I would do, like, on Snapchat.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right.
Or whatever. But, and he goes, yeah, no, it is. And I was like, wait, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, no, this kid, like, he literally, I'm like, wait, I'm dead. And he's like, no, I'm dying. And I was like, no, I need to call you right now.
That is
so,
hilarious.
yeah, he literally has been talking to her. And, like, I feel horrible, because it's like, I don't go out of my way and, like, fake an entire relationship with somebody to get money from them.
I mean, I think that's a hard and exhausting thing to do alone.
That's
no?
that's low, and
that's
it's
very
just
low.
mean.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm straight up like, give me your money.
Right.
Do you want to see my tits? No? Fuck off. You're blocked. You know what I mean? Like, don't follow me then. Like, this is what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here. Like, that's another thing with, like, OnlyFans. Like, if you think I'm going to sit on OnlyFans all day and be like, yeah, like, and listen to these guys talk foully about me, like, I don't need that. Like, there's enough men that are, like, just disrespectful and everything like that. Like, I get it. We're hot. Whatever. Like, but, like, who raised you?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a porn star. Like, I'm not, like, selling sex. Like, that's not what I'm here to do. Like, I'm not here to just, like, sit there and, like, talk to you all day long and, like, sext you. Like, that's not what I'm doing. Like, this is my life. Like, you either buy the content and enjoy it and move on, or you don't. So it's just, like, ridiculous. But yeah, I can't get over this fake account. But it, like, actually, like, will bring me to tears sometimes, because it just stops me from growing so much.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So it's like,
I understand why you feel somewhat bad for people like that, though, because they really must hate themselves.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's
like,
definitely a lot, yeah.
Especially if if they keep on making the same account and whatnot.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, how, like, do you think they'll get stopped in their tracks if, like, someone wants to, like, FaceTime them or something like that?
Oh, they try all the time. People try all the time.
Yeah.
They make excuses. But this person, they, like, I guess they just really, the people they reach out to, these guys, like, you know what I mean? They're just, like,
yeah.
I hate to use the term, like, mediocre guys. Like, I don't know. Like, I like mediocre guys. Like, I am not somebody who's like, oh, I need to, like, date, like, the hottest, like, you know, I mean, like, I've messed around with, like, really famous football players before and stuff like that, but, like, and, like, rappers, but, like, I don't care about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, like I said, like, I'm all about, like, soul connection and all of that stuff, but, like, they'll talk to anybody. So, like, if, like, there's a really hot girl that's, like, a model, and, like, they got all these things, and, like, they're, like...
And they're giving you attention.
Like, hey, what's up? Like, where are you from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like,
yeah, right.
I jumped right on that. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
it's, like, it's easy. So, like, for that, it would be easy. Where I'm, like... Delete.
Yeah.
Swipe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not entertaining them. Like, I appreciate them, like, supporting me, but, like, I'm not, like, the amount of people, like, so when are we gonna go for drinks? Like, no, like, you're not gonna meet me. Like, we're not going for drinks. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Because who knows what their intentions are at the end of the day? You won't really know that until you actually meet them person to person kind of deal.
I know that it's solely because they're infatuated with me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
You're infatuated with me.
Right.
You think I'm hot. That's what it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want to get to know me. I know when somebody wants to get to know me. And it's not that.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it's just like... It's so messed up. I just can't believe it's been going on for so long.
That's unbelievable to me.
Yeah,
that really is unbelievable.
And yeah, it's just Instagram has not taken it down yet, but I'm gonna try again with the new rules because
there's new rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I think this time they'll definitely remove it.
That's good.
But the problem is that they'll come back.
Yeah. But every time, all right, so this account right now, have you tried, like, rounding the troops, in a sense? Like, getting your friends, your followers or whatnot to keep on reporting this profile?
I have random people that reach out to me constantly. Like, I am, so much support. Like, thank you guys so much. But, like, they're like, I report the page, I reported this, I reported that. Like, they're not taking it down.
Yeah.
They don't take it down.
You know.
It does not matter how many times you report the page. Does not get removed.
That's kind of crazy to me.
I know.
It's not right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't understand how it's not gotten taken down. But
the other thing that I was thinking about is the verified sticker. Right now, my first thoughts on the verification sticker.
I tried to get verified.
Did
they
you?
Deny me.
Wow. And like, do you give a description of why you think you should get verified? Like,
you don't really get to describe. You just submit to have a verification.
Okay.
And then they view your profile, and then you either get it or you don't. And I'm not gonna get verified because I don't have a big enough following. A lot of people get verified because they paid for it. You can pay to get verified.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like people are like, yeah, I could literally get you verified like for $1,000, but like. I don't want to pay $1,000 to be verified. I want to be verified because I'm known to be verified.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I'm not that kind of person. Like same thing with like so it's like it sucks. But then again, like, well, if I'm verified, that will stop the problem of this fake page.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like that or that. But it's also like, okay, so now I gotta get $1,000 up just to get freaking fakely verified.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? And at that much, they're still gonna make a fake page. And people are still going to believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, maybe people would then think if they see there's a verified account of you, your account,
they think
and
it's
then
like a
the other
backup
one,
page also.
a backup page or maybe like a fan page.
They think it's a backup page.
They think it's a backup page. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
because
thing.
Because it's not written like it's a fan page. That I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
It's solely me. Like, they're literally me.
Pretending to be you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Eat, sleep, breathe me.
What a tricky situation that is.
People are like, why don't you watermark your pictures? So you're going to tell me all my work, right? I'm going to put Heather Anderson across my photo?
Yeah, right.
No. It ruins everything.
It does ruin it. It does ruin it. Yeah.
And even at that moment, I used to do that on my story sometimes. They just put stickers over it. They're psychotic. They'll just crop certain parts and everything.
Sneaky little fuckers,
they're like insane. Like, they're on another level of insanity. Like, I feel so bad. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't only imagine.
I mean, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for them.
Because they're definitely probably going to watch this, and then they're going to be like, fuck, I can't repost this. Because
yeah, right.
I think, yeah.
Exactly.
And, like, when I go, like, and I, like, promote trips and stuff like that, like, they get so hyped. Like, they live through, like,
it's like, pictures.
They're living through
yeah,
me, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
right.
So I feel bad, and it's like, there's so many other people that have, like, better lives that you could, like, totally choose somebody else. Like, please do. Like,
right.
You know, but
I wish the verification process would be, it was like, all right, let's see how many accounts of this there are out there. You know what I mean? I wish there was a better process for something like that.
I mean, it's strictly just that one, and then I think they have a backup ready already. I'm pretty sure they have a backup. I know what it is. They have a backup ready for when that gets taken
This
down.
has been going on for so many years that you almost know their process necessarily.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. They have bought apps just so that they could screen record and everything, so I don't see any of, like, you know.
Oh, like on Snapchat and they could screen record because it usually does pop up.
Yeah, because they have special apps that they're paying for. Like they're going above and beyond to do this.
It's kind of fucked up in general that there are apps to do that.
Yeah. And then like they're selling nude photos of me, I've been told. So I'm like, I'm questionable though, because I've asked to see photos, and this was years ago. They're not pictures of me. So they're not nude photos of me.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking that they're literally purchasing, because I think now recently I feel like they know that I'm selling it, because I wasn't ever selling content. But now that I posted on, like, I will post here and there on Instagram just to, like, get a few people to, like, just when I'm, like, desperate for money and, like, I need, like, something or whatever, like, follow my Snapchat for, like, uncensored content or whatever. But I think once they saw that, they were like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
And they follow me. So they're like, okay, and they'll buy the pictures to sell them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like flipping it.
Yeah. And they can make so much more because their following is so much bigger.
Yeah. Wow. Like I said, tricky situation.
Yeah, it really
I hope that gets solved.
I know. Me
I
too.
really do.
Thank
I really
you.
do.
I
I hope it does get solved because
I'm
that is really messed up. That gets me mad.
I know.
Gets
a lot of people mad.
Yeah. It seems that way.
It gets a lot of people mad about it. It's insane.
Yeah. All right. Those were like all the main questions.
Yeah.
We went through all of them there. I do have the 5 speed round questions for you.
Okay.
5 seconds or less to answer it.
All right, let's do this.
No one's really counting, so not that much pressure, but answer quick. All right, so number 1.
Okay.
If you can be on any reality show, what would it be?
Catfish.
Catfish. There you go. That's an easy one right there. Alcohol or marijuana?
Marijuana.
Marijuana. I like it.
Yes.
We kind of said this at the beginning of the podcast, but coffee or tea?
Ooh. I'd go with coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Tea is good.
Tea is good, but I like cold coffee.
I love iced coffee.
I don't like hot beverages.
Yeah?
Weird.
Not even like hot cocoa?
Well, I'm a chocolate fiend.
Oh, okay.
So, like, that's different.
Yeah. But
coffee or tea, I'm going to go with coffee because I'm going to get, like, that, like, nice, like, smoothie, like, Gloria Jean's coffee type with the cream. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Sold.
Awesome. All right. If you can meet any famous model, who would it be? And what would you do with them?
Oh, my God. Famous model. Oh, my God. Probably, like, Chrissy Teigen. I love her.
Chrissy Teigen?
Yeah,
okay.
I love her. I think she's so fucking funny. I think we would vibe so well.
Nice.
I really do. I think, like, her sense of humor and mine are, like, so similar.
Cool.
I would love to meet her.
Hell yeah. All right. And last but not least, well, it is the last one. If you can travel to any destination outside the U.S. and live there, where would it be?
Oh, my God. And live there.
Yeah. Not forever, but like, you know, you spent a good amount of time there. Say like 5 years or something like that.
I really want to go to Maldives.
Maldives? Where is that?
It's an island.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Or
right. Bora Bora.
Or Bora Bora. I know that one.
They're very similar, but I really want to go to Maldives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. I mean, I would want to live on an island too for a couple of years. Why not?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down. All right, we'll go to Maldives or Bora Bora. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
When we make it big.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, that is all I had for you. I want to thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. I had a blast.
It really has been such a pleasure. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to talk about all this stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Last thing, if you want to tell to the camera, your actual Instagram profile, where they could follow you, and where they could follow you on Snapchat, among other social media.
All right, my only 2 accounts that I use. So my Instagram is Heath Anderson. It's HEAT with 3 H's, Anderson. And my only Snapchat is Heath Anderson. Same thing, but with 2 H's, so it's a little confusing.
I will have it typed out, and
He's gonna type it out for you guys.
Yes, yeah, it'll be all good.
Yeah, so if you want some content, follow me on that Snapchat, though.
All right, guys, if you like this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also, follow us on Instagram at Podcast with Frank. I'll be putting clips of the podcast and my gaming series that I post all on there. And that's really it. Have a great day, and we'll see you next episode. Peace out. So, cancel culture as a whole, my thoughts on it, I think it's terrible. I think it's absolutely terrible. I think there are certain things people definitely should get canceled for, but the track that cancel culture has right now, it's for not unnecessary reasons, but it's for reasons from people's pasts that they've grown up from and have learned from.
I'm not saying not all cancel culture is appropriate, because some people need to be straight up canceled.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But it's become such a, like, stepping on eggshells thing. I understand you're mad, and I understand that whatever it is, but there's certain things that could have ridden the literally road to the sunset for the rest of their life, but in my opinion, got highlighted, and it's not that it's a bad thing that they got highlighted, but they got highlighted because this became such a prevalent thing, and people became so invested in a good way over racial equalities and things like that.